Let's see how it's possible to trace a test run executed in an external test infrastructure like KernelCI to a test case in BASIL. First of all, let me log in as the admin of this instance to show to you how the test run plugin preset configuration file looks like. So we have a definition for KernelCI, two configuration for KernelCI, one for the staging environment, one for the production environment. And for both I defined the endpoint at the URL statement and a token under the private token field. Both tokens are stored under environment variables. Let's now log in as the owner of a software component. I'm logging as an owner of a software component because I need a user that have permission to create the relationship. So in the examples library, I have a software component that is lib cmdline.c, is referring to the version 6.13 of the Linux kernel. This is a file that is from the Linux kernel, and I use it as a reference document for this file, the documentation available under the core API folder at the kernel API RST file of the Linux kernel documentation file. Let's open this software component. Going to the test cases mapping view, we can see on the left side of the page we have the reference document, and there is a section that is referring to the command line parsing, where the file we are interested in is defined as for our purposes. So I related to this section of the software component of the reference document some test cases that are available in the Linux kernel source code. So let's try to focus on one of those, just for example this one, and let's see if we can find some test, this test executed under KernelCI. First of all, let me show some detail of this test. Is available under the Linux kernel repository at the lib cmdline kunit.c file. This is a short description that is available in the source code itself. Let's open the test result view. We see we don't have any test run related to this test case. Let's see if we can leverage external test infrastructure to create some relationship. So let me select KernelCI as a plugin and production from the plugin preset configuration file as shown before. And then we can select additional fields to filter the result from the KernelCI. So for example, let's focus on the Android 3 and the branch, for example, Android 15 6.6. Let's see if there is any test executed for these tree and branch. So there are several test cases. Let's see if we can find the one we are interested in, this one. Yes, we have this test executed as part of the KernelCI infrastructure, and we have several test cases. So let's see if we can find someone that is really recent. So we can select created after, and we can use a date format years, month, and day to filter. Okay, we have different options. If we open this link, we can reach the dashboard page of the KernelCI where we can see the details. So let's take this one as an example that is from the 2nd of December. To create the relationship, I just need to use import. Before doing that, let me say that we have several options to filter the test. So also, for example, the Linux kernel configuration, or we have, for example, the commit hash, platform, or we can filter multiple pages using offset and limit. Or we can focus, for example, on passing or failing tests, stuff like that. So let's import this one, for example. Now you see that in the test run we have a new entry that is for the test that I just selected. So if I go to the details page, you see this test passed. This is the link for the dashboard in KernelCI, and you see some information about this test. What we can do, for example, is also relate some bug to this test. Just for joke, let me link a bug X to this one and a fix related to bug Y. So just to see how it look like in the view. So now we see that we have an icon to show bugs and an icon that to show bug fix. So we can create that way relationship between test run executed in external test infrastructure. We can also reference bugs and bug fixes inside Basil. Thanks.